Hello, Guy. You're about to see a video that I recorded at the end of May. I even tagged Samantha and Charlie Gold on Twitter. Sorry it's too long, that's what she said. But the reason I tagged them is because I will mention FFG in my video. The reason I didn't publish it at the time was that I didn't feel like editing the video right the next day, and then Chantal was unexpectedly forced to flee Kuwait. But recently, something came up that I'm going to address in this video, so enjoy. Good evening. This video will not be on a certain topic, but instead in the general variety of discharging on the excrement, or as Yaba would say, shooting the shit. On last week, Yaba had a stream on Sunday, and Tweety was using the opportunity to lightheartedly joke that we should all leave our hats at the door, and I don't remember the second suggestion. Either way, I told her that I always wear a hat on the other streams, and this is because I wear headphones, and as someone who wears glasses, it's when you wear headphones on your head, sometimes the uh, stem of the glasses can mm, cause you pain when it's between your head, your ear, and your ear is pressed by the headphone. So wearing a beanie on your ears may actually soften the impact. Instead of wearing my headphones on the video, I posted a picture of my mm, outfit that I actually wore on Sunday on Twitter, and some of you may have liked it. And I think that when I initially was kind of iffy about wearing blue sweatpants, then it looks like those blue sweatpants really go together with the Mickey Mouse T-shirt. But okay, that was last week. A few weeks back, we on some stream we played a certain stream of FFGs, and actually, like I told Sam, as far as I know, I am the only source that managed to record or save this stream of FFG, and FFG French varied girl knows actually that I recorded it. So this is not like me outing myself. She should already know, and I guess that by happenstance, this actually makes it a kind of a hurtful regret that Grift Gang didn't manage to get me on their side, because uh, long before they got FFG, they tried to recruit me, and Sam and Kimlina know this, and maybe some others if they happen to be in a chat when I mentioned it. There were some AI generated boobs that were supposed to make me angry about Sam and Yaba. But anyway, in the some stream where she played the FFG's deleted stream, and I forgot to say that the reason that I might be the only source for this stream is that she either privated it or deleted it very fast, and actually me recording it was an accident because uh, I did know that it might come in handy. She promised the previous evening that she's going to play the short dick man intro, and since I'm often asleep when French Fried Girl streams, uh, the short dick man is of course a copyrighted song. She usually, not usually, she always deleted this intro from her stream. So the only way you could see this intro was when you were on stream while she was in chat while she was live. So I since she promised that she will play the intro, I started to record, and I I did not know when to stop recording for whatever reason. I wanted to uh, also record her hellos because uh, people who generally record things, they know that actually it is always best to make sure you got a little bit excessive footage rather than later discover that you made the recording too short. So I recorded the intro. The intro was done. She was saying her hellos, and then I felt really sleepy and went to sleep. I actually woke up 4 hours later, and the stream had ended 30 minutes ago. So I didn't record hours and hours of silence. I I have to YouTube autoplay off because I don't want any random videos starting up. So I saved this video, and uh, I hadn't deleted it and now that FG turned against Yaba and Sam, and I went over this in my sensitive dishwashing liquid first two parts, and yes, part three is still on my mind, and it's coming sometime in the future. Anyway, when Sam was playing that stream, uh, actually FFG just had made a stream a few days ago from that moment where she said that I'm not going to go over the drama, but if you know, you know. She promised to make that the next week. The next week she will stream every day, and those streams would benefit some organization for abused women or children, or probably not men, because men are never the victims, uh, according to some people. Anyway, the the very active mod for Yaba and very good friend of Yaba, DG, she was allegedly in the chat of the stream that FFG deleted from YouTube now. But she was in their chat and said that she would donate to the cause. And DG is a human rights activist, and I actually planned to say a few words about this. And I mean, not that I'm against someone being a human rights activist, but the thought process of why she might have thought that this was a good idea, and that somehow French's reason for doing this doesn't matter because it's a noble cause. Uh, I was planning to make a video talking about DG, but then Yaba said that DG is not welcome in her chat anymore because she was a moderator in Yaba's chat, and uh, represents Yaba in public, and Yaba doesn't want somebody who represents her to basically say those type of things that DG said. But then the very next day, it turned out that Yaba made me a moderator on her chat, which, if you take account what Yaba said about DG, then that would mean that I now represent Yaba in public, and perhaps I shouldn't say uh, things that might be considered negative about DG or anyone. But I don't know how to naturally make a gateway to what I wanted to say next. But actually, speaking of the Sunday stream, the very stream that where Tweety told that we should keep our hats at the door because it's Sunday service and everything. And I'm pretty sure that the incident I wanna mention happened in Sunday stream. So something happened in the Sunday live stream, and actually I have an audio clip of that because uh, why not? It was funny. So
Can somebody get that troll out of here, please? Rojo, when you pause, he was just saying when it takes a black trash bag. Yikes. Damn it, Rojo. I missed that part. Good God, were you fucking asleep in here, mods? Jesus. Here, allow me. Oh, no, you got it. Thank you, Panda Pondu. Chicken guy, get a grip, weirdo.
and I actually remember the moment the moment of the chicken guy, and what happened was some person with the name chicken guy came to the chat and started to spam some link saying that, hey, me and my friend are going live or something like that. I don't remember. And he kept spamming. And what happened with me is that I noticed this guy, and I thought that, hey, perhaps someone should ban this guy. And then I remembered that I actually am a moderator and I wanted to ban this guy. And for whatever reason, I clicked. I clicked on this guy's name. I chose put the user in timeout, but for whatever reason, the command didn't went through. For a moment, I was a little bit shocked, confused rather, and then I timed him out again for 24 hours, and it looked like at the same time that I timed him out for 24 hours, hey girl, hey, hid this user from this channel, and as you could see, uh, as you could hear, Yaba was. In a joking manner annoyed that no moderator was banning this user, and she, well, as you could hear, she almost did it herself, but then she noticed that someone already deleted his messages, and I don't know who that someone is, but I recognize the name. And then the excuses came, uh, because I already said what happened to me, but with me. But then Kimberlina said that she accidentally closed her eyes, which I don't actually know whether Kimberlina said this by accident, or she quoted a cartoon, or some people get really pissed if I called animated movie a cartoon. But anyway, in the first Despicable Me, the uh, the littlest girl who wanted to win the unicorn at the carnival exhibit, uh, where they threw darts, she actually failed the first time, and she said that hey Gru, can I go again? I accidentally closed my eyes. So I don't know if Kimberlina said it on quoted it on purpose or it was just an accident. And then uh, Tweety was in the said that she was in the bathroom, and I guess someone else said something. But either way, it was, well, excuse after excuse. I'm joking, of course, because why not? Because I'm a funny person, I think. But anyway, speaking of the picture, I I sometimes shamefully self-promote in a way that I myself consider funny for some reason. Either way, in Scar's stream, Freya mentioned something about someone's appearance in chat. I don't remember what she said, but then I said that there's a picture of me on Twitter, and I was referring to the picture, and Freya said that she would go and check it out. And since I was wearing the same outfit that I'm wearing right now, minus the headphones, she actually came back to chat. This sounds like she visibly went away or say goodbye and then come back. I don't know what she did. Maybe she just switched over to Twitter tab and then switched to live stream back. But anyway, the only thing she said about my picture, not that she was obligated to comment. She said that tell me, is that light on your hat, or I guess I should say asked whether it was a light on my hat. Anyway, this light on my hat was the thing that apparently caught her attention, and she was actually very well. I don't mean to assume her emotions, but she was actually quite quite happy to see this, and she said that. I don't know, a half a year ago or something, she bought this kind of torch hat for her husband, and her husband now goes when he goes out to walk the dogs in the dark, he uses it. And me, I actually live in the town, and it's fairly well lit. Even the walking trail I take, there are uh, street street lights that provide sufficient lighting. So I actually don't need it within the town, but my aunt and my grandfather live in a settlement outside the city, and since none of us have a car, or yes, it's fair to say, because my grandfather, who is 96, uh, a month ago went to his doctor, and the doctor said that his vision is getting worse, and he doesn't. Well, they don't recommend extending car the driver's license. So as of so in a few weeks, my 96-year-old grandfather is giving up driving, which I assume is pretty insane to some people, because I remember that when we traveled with my grandfather to the United States when he was 80 years old, the Americans actually were hesitant to give him the driving permit there. But since he had an accident-free record, they ended up giving him the permit. So my grandfather, who was 80 years old, was driving in a different country, and now that he's 96, he doesn't. He will be without a license, so he must give up the driving, which is I'm so sure sad for him, because well it was just in the beginning of this year when my aunt broke her shoulder, and my grandfather was the one who drove her to the hospital, and to the appointments in the hospital, and of course at first the emergency room. But anyway, since we don't have a car, and since I don't have a car, there when I go to the settlement where they live, I have to go by bus, and uh, and only 2 times a day. Yes, Brother Grumpet and all British people, Nicky P. And only 2 times a day, the bus would actually go up the hill where they live, and the rest of the day, the buses that go there actually stop at the foot of the hill, because they don't turn off the highway. And so when you go up to the hill to the settlement, the road is dark and unlit, and actually it is because it is an astronomy settlement. So there are telescopes there, and in order to do not pollute the sky with lighting noise, the settlement actually has consciously decided to not install excessive amounts of street lights. Anyway, if you go up the stairs, up the hill, or later on down the hill, and it's already dark outside, you need to light your way, and one method is all, of course, carry a flashlight, but you have to basically you have to hold a flashlight in your hand, and it might get tiresome, or might need hands for balance, or when you're just walking, you actually, if you if you follow the walking rhythm with your hand, the light goes up and down, swings up and down with your movement. But when you have this kind of a torch hat, you actually turn, well, you have to make sure it's charged before you go out, because you don't want to suddenly be in the darkness. But when you have this kind of a hat, it's like, well, you can compare your life with Freya's husband. And actually, this is I I have this weird thing that ever since that I learned that the the lights that use light bulbs, actually, the light bulb doesn't wear out. This is what I read. You might disagree, but I read that the light bulb actually doesn't wear out in the process of burning. It wears out in the tiny moments where you switch the light on or off, and so that's probably why people tell children and childish people to not switch the light on or off. Either way, when I need something from the other room, or sometimes from the kitchen, and I don't want to switch on the light, I'm since I'm already wearing this hat, I just flick the torch part on, and I go to the other room, and when I come back, I switch it off again. And as you saw, this one had 3 levels of uh, you know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, I'm going to show you another hat, but I must give you a warning that mm, if you suffer from epilepsy, or you're sensitive to flickering lights, then uh, this I'm going to show you some flickering lights, and I will tell you when the part is over. So I actually have this hat also, and this also happens to be red because, well, my mother went to England, and said that, well, offered to bring me a gift, and I said that bring me another red hat, so she did. But anyway, when I tested at home, I discovered that this one is a little different, and this is where the lights come in. So the first click is the normal torch, and the second is more powerful regular lighting. But actually, well, the third one is blinking like this. And actually, I went outside with it and took a walk. And actually, as I was walking, I realized that it might not be a good idea, because when it's dark outside and you see the light, but you don't see the light source, some drivers might assume that some emergency vehicle is approaching, or there is some situation on the road, and that's not very considerate to walk around with this kind of flashing. So the the flickering part is over. So if you turned away, you can resume watching. Um, okay, so the next random topic is, and now we reached to foodie, which is our bread and butter, so to speak, I guess. And a few days ago, foodie had this 6 hour stream where she she uh, I think that in the first hour or a couple of hours there was nothing really out of the ordinary. But when she went out to see the camels in the desert, she and Salah began to uh, obviously uh, sort of free friction, but how you well, there was some friction in the air between uh, Foodie and Salah, and Salah was actually getting pissy, and was mocking Foodie even, and saying that Foodie is childish. And when they reached the home, not garage, but this there is this uh, parking lot that has some covering, well, has shade. Either way, they were in the car talking for I guess it was 2 hours before they ended the stream. And they kept getting on each other's nerves, and actually one topic that for some reason was came about was backwash. And Salah didn't quite understand the concept of backwash. And um, and when Foodie said that it's spit, Salah obviously said that you don't spit in your drinks, or uh, the, yes, you don't spit in your drinks. But actually, I haven't really paid close attention to the way Foodie drinks liquids from the bottle. But actually, something Yaba said about toddlers drinking got me thinking. So the thing is that I'm sorry if I'm going to be gross, but the thing is that if and there you go. By the way, this is the new genius invention for from bottle makers to, I don't know, make people not pollute. And of course, I understand this is a problem. We have all seen the pictures of turtles stuck in the pear gun holders. But anyway, my my thoughts, and actually quite a lot of people's thoughts, are that this attaching the bottle cap to the bottle is actually very annoying, because look, there are even memes that how you're supposed to drink, like it the cork actually, the cap doesn't let you drink. And let's face it, if a person has their mind set on polluting the environment, they won't suddenly stop because the bottle cap is attached to the bottle. They drink the whatever liquid the bottle holds, and they can't they can't throw away the. Uh, I of course clean it up. Sorry, I don't know. I thought it would be funny for a video. But anyway, they will throw away the bottle, and it won't matter if the bottle cap is attached to the bottle or not. But anyway, since we are all grown up people, I this actually feels ridiculous, but I suppose that we all well, we don't really, when you're an adult, you don't tell other adults how to drink. I suppose that we all know how to drink from the bottle. This is how grown-ups drink. Uh, I'm sorry if this was if this clip were to be taken out of context. This what is this guy doing? Now this is how grown-ups drink. But anyway, if you drink like that, you don't really produce some kind of backwash. But the way Yaba told about her kids drinking, I mean, when her kids were little, and it got me thinking that since you know, the, I'm assuming that a lot of toddlers actually drink like this. And since Foodie is kind of a 40-year-old toddler, the way Foodie drinks from the bottle and what produces backwash might be like this. As you can see, this is, do not try this at home. And this is something that might produce backwash. I Okay, I have to wash my shirt. And but uh, this is also uh, allows me a moment to kind of make a jab to Foodie. I mean, we have all heard Foodie say about this or that or other things, that we're in the Middle East. We have this thing in the Middle East. You Western people have no idea. There is no such thing in the Western world. But often there are. Uh, Sorry, but there are even bidets in the Western world. as crazy as you may think. And actually, I had a bidet when I was growing up. I mean, not me, but my grandmother and my grandfather. Their house that I spent my summers there, and there was something I didn't, of course, know what it was at first, and it looked like there were two sinks. There was normal sink, and then there was some lower sink, and I didn't do anything gross with it, but actually I have seen some pictures on the internet where some ignorant Western people think that this is a drinking fountain and hilarity ensues. But either way, there is a certain Swede in oh fuck, Scott has already started streaming. There is a and I want to watch it. Anyway, there is a Swede in Arabic in Arab countries called halwa. I mean, you might pronounce it halwa, but you might also pronounce it halwa. Anyway, I'm not saying that all halwas look like this, but anyway, we sell this at the store at the sweet section, and this is halwa as you can read it, and uh, uh, there are different sorts. This one is. Mm, halwa with vanilla flavor. You probably can't read it. Anyway, I I don't want to I don't want to cosplay as an ignorant Westerner, but since the way the way this halwa is packaged, it's like it looks like a chocolate bar. So you can might as well treat it as a chocolate bar. And I know that when I was a kid, and still now, when my mother brings it to me, she likes to uh, put it on a plate and use a knife to cut it. And of course, it would be beneficial if multiple people eat it, because you don't want to bite the same chunk. But either way, since I'm alone, I can. Okay, I should have thought this through, but basically, I wanted to gross you out even more. I know you can't see it from the eliminate. Oh no, no, that there's a nasty drip inside the bowl. Anyway, this is also how you make your backwash with an extra kick. Mm, So, if we were to assume that a foodie drinks like this, it would be understandable that when he when she sniffs the bottle 2 weeks later, it might be like, anyway, I'm gonna drink it because I'm a gross person like that. Bye. I don't know what I was doing.
Right, love.